What's up, everybody? Thanks again for tuning in to Sneaker Nation TV. I'm your host, EP. We're kicking off season 2 of Sneaker Nation TV, and we're here today with my man, Gary, who is Freehand Prophet. What's going on with you, man?
What's up, EP?
What inspired you to start making gas masks out of shoes?
Well, it all started with my Mask 365 project, and I was making a mask every day for a year. It was inspired by Noah Scalin. He did Skull a Day, and every day we would post new artwork on our sites. He did it a few years before I started mine. He inspired me to start mine. But once I was doing the project, I was drawing, I was assembling, I was creating a mask, usually gas mask, because that's what I'm drawn to, as I had my foundation as a graffiti artist. So the gas mask comes in from there. Also comes in, I'm a kid at heart, man. I came up playing with G.I. Joes, my dad had a gas mask, and so that was something that was, for whatever reason, a part of my childhood, you know. And I was looking for new materials for the project to keep it interesting. Because I couldn't paint on the gas mask, which is what I used to do. I was a painter, I was a portrait painter, in fact. And so a lot of the masks that I started out early were painted and drawn pieces. But I couldn't draw on the gas masks, I couldn't paint on them because they're made out of rubber and latex. So whatever paint would put on, crack, peel off. So it all started with a Gucci handbag that my friend's mom was going to throw out, and I was like, I can do something with it. So it popped in my head to apply that Gucci pattern all over the gas mask, and the result was great, but I don't really care about handbags. I care about sneakers. So, and I was like, okay, let me do this with a pair of sneakers, and I started off with a pair of SB Blazers, and the Green Sparks. Found them at a Nike outlet in Vero Beach for 20 bucks a pop. So there wasn't quite the hesitation in cutting them. It was like 20 bucks. I've spent more than that on a canvas. And I haven't looked back since, man. It's just been, what's the next shoe? What am I gonna do to make this one different from the last, and so on.
Sweet. Besides shoes, what materials do you actually use?
Well, it starts with a gas mask base, usually like a vintage or a surplus mask, although I'm starting to step into some of the new age masks, some of the more modern styles. But besides that, there's lots of different adhesives. I use anywhere from 5 to 6 different types, well, maybe 5 to 8 different types of glue, depending on the mask. I also use rivets. There's some where I'll actually stitch the pieces onto the mask. There's, of course, the paints, different types of spray paints. You know, I'll do thinners to strip paint from the existing mask. And sometimes I'll even cut pieces off of one type of gas mask and then apply it to another type. For example, the Belgium gas mask has these great metal goggles, and I'll cut those off and use those as the lenses for the Israeli gas mask, which doesn't have any rim around the lens, and they're the exact same size. So I just have pieces of some gas masks that I'll use to add on to really make it interesting.
You have a new book.
Yeah, Army of the Undeadstock.
Army of the Undeadstock,
Yep.
right? That you was recently taking pre-orders for, and now you going to release it to the public pretty soon.
Yep, November 28th, the book releases on profitinc.com. The pre-order went great. I got to thank everybody who's put in a pre-order and has shown their support the whole time. It's a groundswell. It's a wave that I can feel, and every day that goes by, I feel more and more of the support from my audience, and I'm lucky for that. I'm blessed, and I think they will be very happy once they see the book in person.
Now, are your masks that you do limited to only gas masks, or is there other type of masks that you do as well?
No, the gas masks are kind of the main focus. I've also done the Stormtrooper helmet and a few other pieces that are kind of breaking away from that, and I'm looking forward to do that as well. Although I'm still exploring a lot of the gas mask issues that are brought up. Right now I'm actually working on a commission piece out of the Olympic Air Force 180s, and that's actually going to be a hockey mask. So you may not be able to tell it's a hockey mask. I'm trying to keep a balance of all that, but there's a very specific character coming out of that mask, and I think I'm gonna let it show.
Also seen that on your website that you actually had a football mask or a football helmet.
Yeah, that was pieces for Mask 365. I did that one for Super Bowl Sunday. I went to the sports store, bought a football, and you know, that's actually one of the ones that I have hanging in my house. That was one of the few that I held on to. I was really happy with that one.
Some of the masks that you've made, you've taken the opportunity to make them into actual tattoos.
Yes.
What makes you decide which ones you will make into a tattoo and which ones you won't?
Basically, my bank account. I'm addicted to tattoos about as much as I'm addicted to shoes, and the shoes admittedly have taken reign over my tattoo money in the past couple of years, but I think that has a lot to do with the work. The tattoos that I choose for my own body are based on the ones that I released through my clothing line. So the first season I did the elephant gas mask, and so I had that tattooed on me. Second season was the gorilla. Then third we went with the walrus, and I'm actually behind a few. I still have to do the wolf and the bear, and I'm really looking forward to doing the King Tut gas mask as a tattoo.
Yeah, the King Tut mask, you've made that into a t-shirt.
Yes.
Has done relatively well.
Yeah.
Especially in regards to the South Beach colorway.
Yes. Yeah.
That was real big time.
The South Beaches went real fast. I can't say I'm really surprised, but there's something about the design too. It wasn't just the South Beach colorway that set it off. The design complemented the colorway complemented the design, and it was just, it was a hit. Fusions to a sneakerhead are just like dirt. It's the devil, you know what I mean? There's no respect for some fusions. But the mask is still one of the favorites, and it beat out plenty of other masks that I would have expected to win and didn't. And that's important to me, because that shows me that it's not just about the shoe, it is about the work itself.